Greetings and salutations, comrades. Hope this finds you well. So I saw Kyle Kulinski put out a video, something to the effect, the title was The Squad, It's Now or Never. I watched and listened to the whole thing. You can find it on his channel. It came out earlier today. And somehow he still has faith in politicians within the Democratic Party. Again, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So his whole thing was, well, you know, maybe the squad will not vote for this, you know, reconciliation bill unless Biden agrees to, you know, a certain number of executive orders, whether it's, you know, decriminalizing, legalizing marijuana, getting off, you know, the schedule it's currently under, canceling student loan debt, you know, pardoning Julian Assange, Stephen Donziger, you know, giving everybody health care through the Social Security Act provision. But what evidence do we have that any of these politicians, whether it's, you know, the squad members or anybody else in the Congressional Progressive Caucus, which I think has around 95 members, and Kulinski even pointed out the Congressional Progressive Caucus, I believe last week, released a statement talking about how, you know, they're fine with the 1.7 trillion dollar reconciliation bill. This, you know, just crumbs basically. They're fine with that, and they're going to vote for that along with Biden's, you know, the Senate infrastructure bill. So what evidence do we have that the squad will actually hold Biden's feet to the fire and withhold their vote until he signs these executive orders, you know, into law? And one of the things he said is that, well, you know, some of the reasons the squad might be not willing to do this is because the pushback they'll get from Democratic leadership. You know, we have, this is me speaking now, AOC calling, you know, Nancy Pelosi mama bear. There's no fucking chance in hell they're going to hold Biden's feet to the fire on this. They're not going to withhold their votes until Biden does these executive orders, even though, again, it would only take a handful of them to do that because the Democratic majority in the House is so narrow at this point. They're still not willing to do that. I saw AOC was talking about trying to put pressure on Biden to cancel student loan debt, given how fucking shitty this $1.75 trillion reconciliation bill is. Again, got rid of community college, got rid of expanding Medicare to include dental and vision, and includes hearing. But it's like, so what is our teeth and our eyes not important? And the child tax credit is only good for 1 year. It's just a big bag of shit, but they're going to end up voting for it anyways. They're not going to hold Biden's feet to the fire at all. Not sure why, again, Kulinski has this misplaced confidence in the squad members, you know, or he even brought up like Ro Khanna. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? That dude was bragging about, was it fucking William Crystal, right? That fucking neocon who was in huge support of the Iraq war. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and it seems like that's what Kyle Kulinski does. He's just a stand for the Democratic Party, for the squad, even though they let us down time and time again. He even brought it up in the video, like not fighting for the $15 minimum wage at all, when Biden said, no, we got to defer to the parliamentarian, not forcing the vote for Medicare for all. We just have example after example of them not speaking truth to power, not actually working in the best interest of the working class and going along to get along. Another one of the reasons he said that they might not want to do that because they'd be vilified in the media. And again, the point I brought up earlier is he said that, well, they don't want to upset, you know, their colleagues and Democratic leadership. Again, if they were actually out there serving as public servants in the best interest of their constituency, in the best interest of the working class, of the most vulnerable and marginalized elements among it, they wouldn't be giving a shit about that. They wouldn't care if they piss off Pelosi, Schumer, other Democrats, you know, in leadership positions, other Democratic colleagues, whether it's in the Congressional Progressive Caucus or Biden or whoever else, they also wouldn't care about if the media gets pissed off at them, because they're knowing what they're doing is right. But of course, they're not going to do this. I would love to be proven wrong, but we don't have any type of track record of any Democratic politicians willing to actually stand up against Biden, stand up for the working class. Again, I would love to be proven wrong, but I think Kulinski has a lot of misplaced belief in that the Democrats are actually do the right thing this time, and maybe because he's pretty close to some of these people, particularly AOC, right? Because he was one of the founders of the Justice Democrats. The Justice Democrats helped get AOC elected. So what do you think? Are the squad members, are they actually going to get Biden to sign the executive orders before committing to voting for this piece of shit reconciliation bill? Again, 1.75 fucking trillion. Just again, a drop in the bucket, which when we needed something that's like on the scale of 15, 16 plus trillion. But we'll see. Peace, much love.